A man runs to the coast desperately and has his employee pour the boat is. He replaced it as soon as he finished painting it. The children went sailing. The almost crazy father bursted into crying and shouting that these children would drown, that they would not be able to swim back from far away. He had forgotten to tell the painter to repair the hole in the keel. To which the painter replied, "Calm down, sir. I saw that hole and repaired it. Your children will be fine. They will return soon." It was just a small detail. In this situation, departure, rupture, and separation were strongly felt. Pain and suffering preceded the thought of loneliness, of not having that someone we once loved and promised everything to. The shocking thought of losing someone dear to us is agonizing. How many details do we set aside, nor pay attention to? We take so many things for granted. We enter into the roller coaster of earning more, competition, buying the house, a better car, luxury. We stop listening actively. We no longer compliment or praise. No sweet talk, nor smiles or spontaneous gestures. Flowers just for the anniversary. Our eyes drift very easily to others. And now the distance is established, really established. At this point, we mistakenly attribute everything to a lack of communication. This is only a consequence of power struggles, not acknowledging the other, controlling and disrespecting, criticizing and judging, accusing, always being on the defensive, despising, underestimating our partner, or like many couples that remain in a state of arrested development with its foreseen consequences. It is a very dangerous and deadly game. I think that the painter must have been a therapist in this case. Surely we are doing something very wrong. Otherwise, there would not be so many separations and divorces in the world. I invite you to take the following information to understand at what level of your relationship you are and how you can work for a beautiful future. The one dreamed a long time ago. A warning, the list I will talk about could be overwhelming. Just prioritize together the elements you want to work and enjoy them. You will experience that the results are rewarding. Today is about avoiding a divorce and creating a manual for a lasting relationship. And pay attention that I said create, not write a manual. Creating means taking action and working. A couple must create with synergy. Both should enhance their mutual work. No matter who has the initiative or a stronger willpower in this case, you should turn it in a collaborative action. Remember JFK, this is not what we can get, it's what we can do from a place of responsibility once and for all our original love and family plans. We are co-architects of our own destiny. We shape our relationships in order to shape our present and in turn our future. It is more than luck. We are blessed with so many things when we are in love. When our expectations are somewhat unrealistic or when we demand things in the way we want them, it is very difficult for our partner to contribute and participate. When we constantly work on a marriage, on our marriage, with love, determination, desires, dreams, creativity, and innovation, always keep us at the forefront of our goals. Now, there is a very important aspect that I want to clarify before I continue. In matters of love, there is no perfection, rather imperfect people who come together out of love to build their perfect relationship. We must find ways in which two different personalities, perhaps of different cultural backgrounds, can contribute to a healthy, happy, and lasting relationship. Some common ground should be considered. First, loving with freedom. This means being clear that your partner does not belong to you, that the other is a person who freely decides to maintain a relationship with you. Loving with freedom means accepting that the other person has the right to make decisions and to choose what to do with his or her life. Second, everyone should have a private space. It means that if we want to share our life with another person, we are accepting that we are two different people and not two in one pack, putting our insecurities aside and getting our partner to be with us because he or she wants. After all, our partner knows thousands of people but still prefers us. Third, share quality time with your partner. Share all you can. Never stop taking care of the relationship. Never stop it. And when you want the other to change, change yourself. Love flows depending on how we act. Acting in new ways will bring new results. The list and strategy begin with my favorite word, commitment. That is to go all in with one common goal. Never threaten to leave the relationship. Don't even think about it. Learn to laugh even in difficult times. Always be there for each other. Create channels of reciprocity. Always validate that what is correct. Favor autonomy and individualism. Build confidence and trust. Give constant affection. Have empathy to understand the conflicts of your partner and give rise to the soul of the other person. Listen intently. Use all your senses. How different would it be if we had someone who really listens, who really pays attention to us and is not adding something or giving advice? Arrogance and superiority should not have a place in our communication. Ask questions. Don't assume things that are only in your mind. We should be like a child who has a never-ending curiosity, thirst and quest to learn and discover. Never assume that your partner knows all the ways in which you love them. Sometimes they need to hear it. Clarify doubts immediately. Do not postpone them. Never assume. We are not fortune tellers. Don't take anything personal. We all have bad days. Work to maintain closeness. People grow weaker when they are distant from each other. Break your own limitations and talk about everything. There are couples who never talk about sex, much less sexual exclusivity. And then there are surprises, especially in this age when monogamy has a different definition than it had a generation ago. Negotiate with your partner in order to reach agreements and balance interdependence in everything. Do it with total respect. It is easy but costly to live a life of dependency. Dependency destroys both people. The ideal is the balance we create with interdependency. It is like a dance of giving and receiving without ignoring, avoiding, or forgetting the other person. Be vulnerable. It means and shows that you're authentic and honest. Be very careful with your words, especially during arguments. They can only be forgiven, but not forgotten. Pay attention to what it is said in anger. Many things are said because they were kept inside for a long time. Creative collaboration, sensuality and intimacy constantly. Build a loving conspiracy. Every relationship has those little nonsense that only the two of you understand. Those things that you can both laugh at without having to say a word. They can be gestures or details that appear at some point. And if you don't have them yet, try creating them. Always invest time in sexual activity as if you're learning something new every moment. Make passion grow, not only at intimate moments, but also when we make the other feel valued. Make plans for the future. Since marriage is a covenant for life, you both have to review and adjust dreams periodically. And you know that sex is good. Having conversation in bed is better. Love your partner for their inner beauty and all the simple things she has. And quickly forgive and do not hold grudges. Forgiveness is a gift you give to yourself. Holding a grudge impacts your health and stress level. We all cherish and harbor the fantasy of the perfect family. Emotions and biology play always an important role. In the relationship as it is, you are really determined to recreate if you must accept and understand the true reasons for which it got to this situation. Otherwise, we continue the connection with the past, to the former spouse, or in the other cases, looking for them or projecting them on the new partner. When appropriate, sincerely apologize and ask for forgiveness. Don't even try to control or manipulate your partner. Means don't demand that things be your way only. Everybody wants to win argument. It does not really matter what the beginning or end of a fight is. The important thing to consider is to forgive, accept that the error was done, and move on. How we end the fight will be a starting point of something better. Strengthen the relationship by shifting the mood. Empathy and unconditional giving will reinforce the partnership. Bring back all your skills and generosity to the table. This is part of a creative effort that will bring dignity and happiness to your hearts and minds. Of course, it is necessary to always have a broad sense of reality, create individual spaces, and enjoy them during leisure time. Visit your friends, family, etc. outside the relationship. Do not stop doing what you liked before starting the relationship. Love is reinforced when 100% of each one is given and accepted. The happiest couples share a feeling of deep friendship. They know each other intimately. They know what their tastes are, their hopes and fears. That is the secret ingredient and the support of which a stable, healthy, and happy relationship is built. Those who come together through friendship show great consideration and to concern for their partner, express their love through beautiful gestures and also small details. Remember the first tip or bricks to start building your manual. Ask yourself, what and how do I begin to add and contribute? How can I help you to do better and to develop as a person? What should we do always to keep our emotions and desires positive? Be aware of the importance of everyday moments. And remember what I mentioned earlier, that in matters of life, there is no perfection, but two imperfect people who come together out of love to build their perfect relationship. No two are the same. If the extraordinary sequence of elements that created and were present when we met our love, one cannot bring two people back together again, what will? Those things are still present, buried but present. There are a couple of my favorite quotes that I want to share with you. The first is from a Latin American author called Julio Cortázar, and it says, "Come sleep with me. We will not make love. Love will make us." And the other one is, "Love you not only for what you are, but for what I am when I'm with you." The author is unknown. Thank you very much.